Welcome, guys, to a new episode of Rich and Rich FC. I'm your host, Rich, with my guy, Rich. We're here back again for a new episode. Rich, how was the weekend, man? How's it going?
The weekend was pretty good, man. Some exciting games. Obviously, um, my team won, but it wasn't like what we expected. But it is what it is.
How
I
am
can't.
good.
Not everybody can say the same, so
Hey, we didn't lose, so hey, I'll take that. But we tied, came back from, 2-0 against Newcastle. I don't know why Chelsea always want to start slow, but they picked it up in the second half and almost won the game, but almost don't get you 3 points. So, but
yeah. I mean, overall, that game was a good game, to be honest.
yeah,
Newcastle started off hot, and it's a hard place to win when you go to Newcastle. So I
yeah,
can give Chelsea props.
yeah. My boys did good. They did good. They could have done better though, but they did good.
Yeah,
Chalobah
man.
and Tosin, man, that Tosin guy, they need to release him.
I thought he went to
Decisive
Nigeria for.
back.
I thought he went to Nigeria for AFCON.
Actually, never mind. It wasn't Tosin. It was Chalobah and West. But start of the
Fun.
game, yeah, start of the game, Capito Reece James. Reese
Eh,
Reese is a baller, bro.
it's a good free kick, but how long will he last?
Hey, he's been solid this season.
I
But
don't think
he
I've
has
ever
to
seen
finish
him.
his minutes.
I don't think I've ever seen him finish the whole season ever.
And that's why they're managing his minutes.
Okay.
Because like this Newcastle game, he played 60 minutes in the middle and then 30 minutes to push him back to relax more.
Okay. Well, that's 90 minutes. Keep pushing him and see what happens.
I mean, by then it's 90 minutes him playing defensively. And the whole game, especially the second half, Chelsea were on the front foot, like going for it all game. So, he didn't really have to do much,
Got you.
you know.
Yeah.
But
Reece definitely has picked up his form.
yeah. And like with Gusto also kind of supporting him, I mean, kind of take the load off of him because Gusto kind of does the same work going forward. You know, he takes the
Yeah.
ball, crosses the ball in. Like he does what James does. So it kind of takes that pressure off Rich James when he's on.
Yes.
But, it's a good balance for Rich James right now.
Yeah, definitely exciting times.
Yeah. But, we already dived into their game or dove into the game. So let's continue from there. Chelsea Newcastle, first game of the weekend, early kickoff. How did you see the game in general, though?
Newcastle started off hot, obviously. They're playing at home, so they have that home field advantage. Nick Waltomede, well,
Somebody. Hmm.
nobody really knew what to expect from him, but he's actually been maybe the signing of the year, if we
Yeah.
truly look at it.
Yeah.
It's an impressive start to Premier League. Most players rarely have that kind of start to the Premier League, and they're feeding him, so they're getting crosses in, and he's getting a touch, so he's in good form. So obviously Newcastle and their midfield too is hard to deal with, but obviously Chelsea has talent all over the field. So the defense is where your problem mostly lies, and sometimes if you're a goalkeeper. But Reece has picked up his form.
Mhm.
Palmer seems to be getting back into it. So it'll take some time. But it seems like there's turmoil like Chelsea, with the coach and some players not even playing now, like Enzo. So who knows where Chelsea is going?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, with their turmoil in regard to like Enzo Maresca and like all the noise around him, it's it's uncertainty, I would say. Like he's not sure when he's gonna go at the end of the season, right? Because the first season he did well, won 2 trophies, you know. So building off of that kind of scares him a little bit, I think, which makes him say things that he's not supposed to say. Like, what's the point in it's not every question you're supposed to answer in a press conference, right? If you feel like this question is unnecessary, you don't need to answer it. Why say something? You don't have to say anything, you know. And I think he gets caught up in that, you know. But
Got you.
on the field, I think they're doing pretty good. They one thing I'll say they need to do is start games well, you know. Like the first 20 minutes, 2-0 down, that's not good. And it seems like it's a
Yeah,
pattern with Chelsea. They kind of always have to come back. They can see something they can see first, and then later they have to work extra hard to come back. You know, while you
got you.
can just start off early, build your lead, and then defend it like a proper
Yeah,
team.
yeah. Well, at least they didn't get a red card, so that's a good start. And
Hmm.
Pedro scored. It's been a while since I've seen that guy do anything good.
Yeah, I think he does a lot of other stuff instead of striking. I don't think he's a natural striker.
Well, he's a striker, so
I mean, he's a striker now, yes, but generally, I think he's more like a 10 instead of a 9. But like he can play the 9. So it's basically like another Jackson. Jackson is a 10 who can play a 9.
so you guys miss Jackson.
Low key, I do. I'm not even gonna lie. Low key, I do.
He's about to win a trophy, so you
I
have
mean,
to get
yes,
the one to come back. So,
but they're not gonna keep him. That's the thing.
well, he doesn't want to come back after the disrespect.
He can.
Look who you went and bought what's the lap? Look at the lap.
I mean,
He
honestly,
might be the worst signing of the year.
no, no, no. The worst one of the year is Isaac. The worst
He
one
just
is Isaac, and there's no debate about that.
Isak just scored. He
It's
just won
between
again for the team.
it's between Isak and Sesko. Those two.
Who?
Sesko.
Sesko.
Yeah, it's between those two. So there's
Sesko's
no
a
way Delap is gonna be the flop of the season.
Sesko's a young striker. He's finding his way.
No, Sesko is supposed to be the star because this is the thing. He came to the Leipzig system, so his next move from Leipzig was supposed to be his big move, his star move. He did that. He got the move to United, but he's not being the star. Kind of like Haaland. He went through Malmo and then
I,
the
w- I wouldn't.
red
I'll,
light.
I'll, I'll
I'm
stop
not.
you there.
No, I'm not saying he's Haaland,
Yeah.
but I'm saying the progression and transfer process he went through is similar to
No,
Haaland.
no, nobody is Haaland, and now
No, I mean
I think this is
that's a
like
fact. Hmm.
this is expected for a player coming from another league, you know. So
No,
it'll
but
take him
even if
some.
when you look at Sesko during like his time in Bundesliga, like this an exciting guy. He scores a lot of goals, nice goals. So you're like him coming to United, like, oh, this should be good. And then they also add in Buemo and Cunha to it. Would be nice. But we'll get to United later on.
Yeah.
But back to Chelsea with João Pedro and Jackson. I feel like playing them up top will also be nice. Two up top, 4-4-2 will kind of make it really nice.
No, it wouldn't work because now you'll take away from Palmer and um
I mean,
the other
Chelsea
midfielders.
Chelsea this one to Palmer came off, so
Well, he's still your best player, so you can't really blame him. You can't play him on your wings because he's not really a winger. So
yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But let's see how that goes. Because Chelsea have a lot of tens, honestly. Pedro,
yeah,
Palmer, Esteval, and then the new kid in Strasbourg right now, Kendry Paez. Well, he's also a 10 that's yet to come back. So, you know. But let's see what they do. Plus Bonanote, who they got on loan. He plays the cup games, but
I think he's just a body. They just need him for numbers.
I look he's nice.
They're not gonna play him. He wasn't even playing on Brighton.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, but Chelsea overall, they played well. They they can need to do better and can do better, but I don't know why they're not. And now for Newcastle, they're grinding our results. Like they're not
Yeah,
taking losses. This game, I feel like they should have lost this game, but they they kind of somehow kept the draw. I got the draw. So, but yeah, that's enough for Chelsea, Newcastle. Next, we had Brentford Wolves. We already know how that's gonna go. Wolves not
yeah,
winning the game.
yeah.
It's
They have like 2 points.
yeah,
So I think they already know. Everybody knows.
yeah. They have 2 points, minus 28 goal differential. So, it's bad.
Yeah,
And like even between 20th and 19th is a 9 point gap. So unless they put a streak together without Burnley and
not
West Ham
possible.
picking up points, that's not. I
Yeah, it's
mean,
not.
unless they play Burnley and West Ham, they can get some points there. But even that, you don't know.
Yeah, it's not possible.
And then next up we had Man City. Yeah, Man City, Crystal Palace.
Yeah, the Shirky show
Oh yeah.
right now, one of the hottest prospects.
No, Man City, West Ham. Man City, West Ham. Yeah. Turkey, Holland, man, Reinders, they're balling. They were just dancing in the box, doing whatever they want to do. And West Ham was just looking at them, you know, like,
I mean,
what's
right now,
wrong?
Man City's informed the whole team. It looks like Foden's back.
Yeah.
Shirky's looking good. Reinders contributing.
Hmm.
Haaland is Haaland.
Yeah.
As long as the defense don't leak goals, I think they're in a title race.
Right now, I don't think they've conceded too many goals recently. The last 3 games, they've kept clean sheets. So that's good.
Yeah,
Kept one against Palace, one against Brentford in the cup game, and one against West Ham, all winning by multiple goals.
yeah,
So, they're kind of picking up the form now. And we know City, they can go on a run. Which right now they are on one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 7 games, 7 wins,
yeah.
you know, all competitions.
I mean,
So,
right now the league is basically between City and Arsenal. Everybody knows it. So
yeah. And last year, around this time, Arsenal was top. And we know how that ended. You know,
it's a new year. It's a new year, brother.
4 years in a row, they've been at Christmas, they've been first.
It's a new year, new players.
Same mentality, though. Same
Eh,
coach, same virus.
I think they have the experience to overcome this thing.
Yeah, so they have the experience to overcome this. City have the experience of how to do it.
Yeah, but City didn't win last year, so
They didn't win
who
last
knows?
year because Liverpool was miles ahead of everybody.
Yeah.
But they are not. But
And now look at Liverpool. But who has been consistent?
City, no, Arsenal has been good. City has been consistent.
No, Arsenal have been consistent for like 4 years now. They're always in the top two.
Yes, top two, but what did they win?
It's about consistency. First, you get consistency, then you get the wins.
Consistency does not win trophies.
We'll see this year. I think this is the year.
Okay. You know what? I'll reserve that for the Arsenal talk, but tell me, West Ham, what's wrong? What's wrong with West Ham? Your boy Bowen is trying. It's not working.
So
Fulcrum out.
Bowen is on my fantasy team, and this is the first time in like 4 years where he's had a negative points. So obviously, I think he's frustrated. Um, I mean, the team is just not clicking on, so it's a whole bunch of factors.
So they lose kudos and they're done.
Yeah, if you lose an important player, sometimes it causes the balance of the team to offset. And the new players that you bring in, they may not be ready. And in this case, they had Somerville, and Somerville, he's just not it. He's more of a championship player to me. Then at forward, they really they went and got Wilson, who's a reject from another team. So that's not how you want to build by getting a player that another team doesn't want.
That's a
So
backup. Yeah.
they got it wrong. And then Paqueta, I don't know if he's betting on the games or what. That guy be doing suspicious things.
Hey, I won't put it past them though, but at the end of the day, they gotta be better than what they are right now.
What do you mean they have to be better? Who are they better than?
They should be better than Leeds.
No, Leeds is actually exciting to watch.
They should be better than Forest
No, no,
because
no.
if for a club to bring in Sean Dyche, it must be pretty bad.
No, but Forest did good last year. Just an issue with the manager and the owner that caused the problem. And then the owner went and got a loser to come and coach them. What do you expect? So that was the owner's fault. That's the whole issue is because of the owner.
But even that, right? They were still pretty bad. They're pretty bad this season, right?
I mean, they picked up form with Sean Dyche, and you can see, that they have a good, solid team. Odoi is there, Gibbs White, even the Hutchinson guy is all right. And then
Yeah.
in the midfield, Anderson is an England international. Defense is pretty solid. With West Ham, the midfield is horrible. They have some guy named Potts, sometimes playing now. They just change people and bring some young people in and just all over the place. Kudus is gone. So that's a lot of goals and assists right there because they didn't replace him.
So should they so looking now. So looking at how the season is going for them, right? There are 2 points. I just, mm, they are 5 points behind Forest, who's 17th, right?
Mhm.
Do you think they're gonna go down?
It's going to be close because they don't have the firepower. Only Bowen. If Bowen is injured, the team is finished.
Okay. Now, knowing that there might be a possibility of going down, if we're going, do you
I can't stay. Yeah, I
do you
can't stay.
stay
It,
this
it's,
transfer
it,
window?
it's not possible for him to stay. It just doesn't work like
This
that.
transfer
And,
window, right?
uh,
Should he leave? Him and Paquetá, should they leave this
they're not gonna,
January if like
they're, they're not gonna sell
Italy
them.
offer comes in?
They're not gonna sell them in January, so it's not gonna be a thing of January. Paqueta was supposed to leave in the summer, but he ended up staying. But if they're not leaving in January, obviously, because they're in a relegation battle, so the club won't sell them in January. It's whatever happens at the end of the season.
Even for 100 million comes in January
Nobody's paying 100 million for any of those people.
for
They're not
both.
100 million player. No, it's not worth 100 million. Nobody's gonna pay 100 million for boring.
Mm.
They know if they get relegated, it's gonna be cheaper. How much was Kudus? Like 80 million?
Could you think 50 or 60?
Yeah, that's around the level of Bowen and Paqueta.
Wow,
This
that's
is not this is not Brighton to Chelsea type of deal.
oh, hey, relax now.
Yeah,
Relax now.
it's not
But
this.
yeah. So where can they go then?
What do you mean? Where can they go?
In the summer, let's say they get relegated. What team should target them?
Leeds, uh, Forest, those types of teams.
So you want Bowen and Paqueta to go to Leeds and Forest.
They're not gonna go to a big club because there's no like space, to be honest. Where's he gonna go?
Hmm.
Liverpool's not gonna pay for that amount of money for new players because they just spend all the money this summer. Um, Man U is in the same boat. They just spend a whole bunch of money on wingers and forward attacking players, and they need to get their center mid sorted. City has their players. Bowen and Paquetá. Paquetá can fit in City, but then you'll be like fighting for bench position basically. So I don't know if that's a good thing for him. Who else? Maybe Spurs, but Spurs have players that they're looking at too, like Semenyo and others. So they'll be like mid club type teams.
Hmm, that's interesting. But
Yeah, I think Bowen like 2 years ago should have left, but he's overstayed. That's the issue. He's
yeah,
overstayed.
well, hopefully he can figure something out before the summer because it's either
I mean,
step up the game.
it's a long season, so they still have time to sort the shit. But they have to go and buy a striker. They have to go find a striker. It's not them selling. They have to go buy a striker.
They
Find
just let
somebody.
one go.
Huh?
They just let one go.
Who?
Fulcrum.
I
They're sending on loan to AC Milan. Yeah.
don't know what Fulcrum came to EPL to do.
I mean, he was doing well in Bundesliga, so.
No, he didn't do anything good. He just came and he got paid. He came for vacation, basically.
But yeah, let's move on from West Ham City. Uh, Brighton,
Just let
Sunderland.
me make a statement. Just imagine the best striker at West Ham was that black guy that plays for Jamaica who got into a car accident.
Oh, Antonio.
Antonio was the best striker.
Yeah, right now,
After that,
there are reports he's training with Leicester. So
he's not gonna play for. He's not coming back to EPL. I don't know what that guy was doing, but him too.
who knows? Who knows? Now, Sunderland, Brighton, that was a 0-0 game. Bournemouth, Burnley 1-1. Then Spurs, Liverpool.
Mhm.
Liverpool won 2-1. Goals from Semenyo for Bournemouth. Actually, no. Sorry. Goals from Richarlison and Ekitike and Isak. Right.
Yeah.
Richarlison has a very good scoring record against Liverpool. He came on and scored. Like Ekitike and Isak kind of, Isak scored, got injured in the process. Ekitike came
Mhm.
on, did his thing,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I mean, overall, a good game. The concern with Liverpool now is like defensively, they're so fragile. They were winning like 1-0, man up, and still managed two men up, and they still like managed to have issues with Spurs. Spurs who are so unpredictable. But I mean, it's unfortunate for Isak. He scores that goal and then breaks his ankle. Just not a good year. So I think it's good that he's out and then he can, work back and get back next year. Obviously Liverpool's having some issues now that they're losing players. Isak's gone now. Gakpo's injured. Salah's in Africa and he's mad that they won't play him. So when he gets back, obviously now they have to play him. So and they're still having defensive issues. So we'll see. And Soboslai, I think, is suspended for the next game. So they're still, it's not looking so great for them if they're either the manager, but I mean, it gives other players some opportunities to, show their talent.
Yeah. But with Liverpool, right? Obviously, they had the very bad spell where they were kind of falling off and like it was
Mm,
free fall. But
yes.
it kind of, in recent games, they've been doing well. And guess what? They're right behind Chelsea.
Yes. So they
You know.
picked up form. Um, they're getting results, but even their last game it looked bad because it's a game that they're supposed to win comfortably and
Huh?
it looked messy, and it shouldn't have looked like that. And then even with the Isak, it just he never really got started, to be honest. It's like he's trying to find his form and then now he's injured. And that's what happens when you're not like in condition to play in EPL. Those are that's how you pick up those injuries. And they didn't even start the game. Bradley got injured, then they put him in, so he wasn't even supposed to start. So it's
Yeah.
just a whole bunch of things that seems to be working against him.
Yeah, but I think most of that also from his own doing because you're a top striker. You said you want your move, right? That's fine. No one's gonna stop you from getting your move. However, you should not be missing training during the summer. You should not be like basically. I feel like everything that he's going through now is from everything he did during the summer, right?
Gotcha.
Not
Yeah,
being fit, not being ready to start the season well. Because even if you train with Newcastle, right? And Newcastle said, we're not gonna let you go until they match the offer. Liverpool is still gonna pay the 150 regardless.
yeah. But what I would say with that is we don't know if he was injured during the summer. So
He
there's
wasn't.
not what we don't know. We just don't know. He could have been injured partially, um, and then he didn't get a preseason. But obviously, you hope everybody's fit. But I don't think that was the case for him. And even when he played with Sweden, he never really kicked on. It was like he plays some, he'll come off. So it never seemed like he was fit for either club or countries, to be honest.
Hmm. Okay.
So it seems like there was some injury there because when he went to Sweden, they didn't even start in most of the games.
But I think that was mostly due to him not being fit.
Yeah, but you can play your way into games if you're not fit. That's one thing. And there's another thing with like, being injured and not being able to play the full minutes, or being able to only contribute maybe 30, 20 minutes. And I think that was the case with him. So I think there was some injury in between there. It wasn't necessarily that he wasn't fully fit. He just probably was injured during that time.
Hmm. Well, he's out. Broken ankle, I believe.
Yeah, it looked bad too. Like before that play, they kicked him. We scored, they kicked him. It was just like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Looks like Liverpool. I feel like Slot is complicating his decisions, right? You know who you're supposed to play. Ekitike is supposed to start, period. He's hot. Like currently, he's hot. He's better. He's looking better than Isak. Play him. He's full of confidence.
yeah, he's in form. I would say he's in form, and he did start him. He did start him once again, like because of the Bradley injury. That's why Isak came.
You know, but
But you also have to also,
and lately though.
yeah, but you have to get him games to get him fit if he's not fit. So it's a balance trying to manage. But it just never worked out, to be honest. But right now, Ekitike is hot, and we'll see if he can actually be a star. It seems like he wants to be a star. And, I think Ekitike is part of the reason Salah's not doing good because he wants to be the man. Remember, Salah was the man before, so, and it looked like they're not willing to, pass the ball around like before of Mane and Firmino and all these other players that were passing to Salah. It looked like this guy wants to shoot himself, and Salah, he ain't passing the ball either. So now it's like chemistry. It's a chemistry thing too.
Right. But also I think that if Salah is not scoring, he can assist. And that also boosts him.
That's not his natural. Since he's been at Liverpool, he's been the main scoring guy. He's not gonna go to.
That's true.
It's
But
not going to his head.
he has to
Last
realize that I feel like Salah was doing well because Trent was providing him those outlet balls that makes his job easier. Like Salah, Trent will catch Salah on the run, give him the ball out of the flow or the brilliant pass, get him easy shot. You know, most of Salah's
Trent,
goals, if you look at it, came from the wing, a very like long pass, he gets it down, cuts in, shoot. That was his
yeah,
thing. You know, now his strength is not there to give those passes. And honestly, I don't think any player on their team right now has that quality of passing range or passing quality to give Salah those outlet balls. So I feel like Slot has changed his whole philosophy from last year to kind of fit or make up for the lack of passing quality that they have. Vert is
I,
supposed to make up for that, but he's not on it right now.
well, he had an assist this game, so I mean,
I mean,
he's finding his way, and it's all
one assist.
it's all chemistry. He's had the good passes where the people have not scored, so it's not
That's
all
true.
on him. Now you should have scored too the last game. He missed like a very good chance too. But obviously, it's all chemistry and it's all confidence. Even like Frimpong right now, he came in and he looked like trash. They had to sub him off. The guy was doing like what was this guy that plays for Fulham? Adama. He was doing like throwing stuff. He kicked the ball out and tried to run it. I'm like, what is
No,
this?
true. That's true. But I feel like they slot changed too much too quickly, and it's
I
not.
don't think it's a slot thing. It's more of a chemistry thing and team dynamic thing, and also new players, new egos. Um, so that can all change the dynamics. I would say.
Mm. Well, all right, got it. But Liverpool is now five. No, they are now fifth and tied with Chelsea on points. So United just watch them go down, back up, and it's still
I
below.
mean, I think United have a completely different issue at the moment. They just lost like three of their better players, so that's like three good players that you just lost, and one of them is your most important player. So, you know,
Should have known that.
they should have known what.
They should have known they were leaving.
Not just that, I think with the injury to Bruno, that causes a major issue now
That's true.
because
But
Bruno has been like really, really, really good this season.
yeah, but Bruno is not Manchester United.
Well, he's the one scoring the PKs, scoring free kicks. He's assisting them. He does like all the most of the offensive work, and he's doing it from like a deep midfield position. So they're asking him a lot. And
Yeah.
other than him, Mbeumo and then Cunha just started picking up. Other than that, and then defensively, they have issues there. So without Bruno, it's like a lack of creativity there for them. So they're gonna struggle to score.
Mm. Hmm. But we'll get to the Villa United game. Now, I want to do a quick shout out to Calvin Lewin. He has been hot and scored 2 goals against Palace and Leeds won 4-1.
Yes,
Do you think he's not picking up form
he's
or
trying to go to the World Cup, so there's motivation there. He's in good form. I think he scored 5 goals, in five games. He scored in all those five games. So he's picking up form. It's confidence. Every player, it's confidence. He's done it before, but this is what he does. Obviously, I think Leeds is a good level for him, and Leeds is an exciting team to watch at home, and they have a lot of priority. So I would say it's good. The Leeds is good. They can stay in the league, man, if they keep doing what they're doing, to be honest.
I mean, right now there are 3 teams that are worse than the so
Hmm.
obviously it's easy. Even Forest, I think, should be fine looking at the
I
position.
mean, beating Crystal Palace is no easy task. Beating them
That's
4-1 is
Yeah,
pretty good because Crystal Palace has been really good this year. Well, the last 2 seasons, to be
yeah.
honest.
And then we beating big teams as well. So
Hmm.
yeah. And tomorrow they take on Arsenal with the EFL Cup. But before that, actually, let's dive into that one. Arsenal, Everton at Dickinson Stadium. Arsenal, what's going on with them?
Yeah, I think Arsenal should win. They have had some couple injuries, but they have a deep enough squad to challenge for all these cups, and I think that should be the goal. Obviously they're in first place, so the manager might prioritize EPL and bring some young players in, uh, like Max Dowman, who's an exciting prospect, obviously. But they should get depending on the lineup, to be honest, and depending on what the obviously the main goal is EPL. So I'm not sure how they're gonna tackle this, especially with some of the injuries at the back too. So it should be a good game, however.
But that's smart because if you think about it, he since he took office or was he took charge of Arsenal, he's only won one trophy, right? And that was in his first season with the players that
Yeah,
he didn't buy. He just took players that, I think Emery was before him, used and, he won that trophy, right? Now you got your own team, spend billions on this squad, and you haven't brought in a single trophy, right? You
who
won
has brought trophy?
what trophy?
They won the FA Cup,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He won that trophy with players he did not buy.
but he won. It's not
He,
about he didn't
no,
buy.
what I'm saying is he brought in a trophy, right, in his first season. And
Yeah,
after that, nothing. He spent billions on this team, and it's
millions, millions,
no billions because
billions.
it's more than a billion. So billions
Okay.
on this team.
What I would say is the main goal is the Premier League. I don't think Arsenal fans really are caring about EFL or FA Cup at this moment. They finished like top two last couple of years. So the main goal is FA Cup. So even if they lose, I'm sorry, FA Cup, EPL. So even if they lose this, it's actually like good for them, to be honest, because now they can just focus on EPL and Champions
Right.
League.
But what I'm trying to say is they they need trophies. They need to taste how it feels to win trophies.
They well, they don't
These
care about
players haven't won anything. The only
well,
player that was there when they won that FA Cup trophy is Saka.
it's EFL, FA Cup. It's not gonna do it.
No, I'm not saying it's gonna do it, but it's gonna make them taste how that feels.
If you win the Premier League, you don't care about those other things. Champions League, Premier League is priority. Those other cups, if you win, great. If you don't win, great.
Wow. Yeah, for Arsenal, I feel like they need more. Like winning that trophy. That's small, even if it's a small trophy, right? Win that.
It's
Look
not
how
about
they be in a final and win a final. I don't think they've been
it.
to the
It doesn't matter. It's not about winning like small trophy or winning. You have priorities. Your priority is to win your league. And then after that, you can look at Champions League. And then after Champions League, you can look at the FA Cup, EFL Cup, and the priority is the league. So if they feel like, they have injuries, they don't need to prioritize it. They use the little kids. If they can do good, then just move on. It's not a big deal.
but it is though. Because I feel like for a big club, you should be winning trophies, right? Example, Spurs. Spurs haven't won a trophy in however long. And the first chance they got, they picked up a European trophy. They saw the opportunity and they picked up a European trophy, something that Arsenal doesn't have, right?
Well, I think that was the only trophy they could win. So they had to prioritize it.
Exactly. So they saw the
Okay.
opportunity and they took it, right? So now they
Okay.
know how it feels to be in a final, win a final, right? They have experience, right? Arsenal
Yeah,
doesn't
but
have that
no,
experience.
no,
They play
no.
well, they play good, they're a good team, but they
Okay.
don't know how it feels to be in the
Okay.
final
Well,
and win a final.
nobody in their right mind is thinking that Spurs are going to win another trophy, because they won a trophy last year. So that's kind of irrelevant. Um, just because you win a trophy doesn't mean you're going to win another trophy. Um, And also, it's for Arsenal, it's not about EFL. It's not about FA Cup. even Champions League, it's not about Champions League. It's about winning the league. You finish second, you have the ability to win, and you've proven that you've been top two. So I think it's time for them to, if they anything, they'll focus fully on the league. That's
Which
it.
which they should, right? But I'm saying they should take this other cups that are available.
They have the ability. The focus is on the league because they're in first place. That's the other FA Cup, EFL. So many factors could happen. Luck, bad referee. So the one you can control is the league. That's the biggest one. So you just
That
focus on that one.
bad refereeing, bad luck can also happen in the league, where you might miss a call. The referee will miss a call that might cost you the game. Then what? It's no different.
Well, in the league, right, you're in first place. So you control your destiny and you can focus all your resources on that instead of trying to use all your resources on all of these cups and things which can cause injuries. The more games people play, players play, the more injuries that happen. So you have to manage all of this workload. So you're not gonna put your best team to go play an EFL Cup. It just doesn't work like that. Unless you make it to like semifinals, then you start to prioritize it. But
Yeah.
until then, it's not really a big deal.
But if they win, they go to the semifinals.
Sure, they can prioritize it, but it's not more than they're going to prioritize the league. So there'll be changes. And be sure to see changes. But Wake and those guys can actually take care of Crystal Palace. So that's actually not a big deal, to be honest.
Hmm. Well, we'll see. But looking at the game from this weekend, Arsenal won 1-0 from a Gyökeres penalty, but they
Mhm.
got lucky to get 3 points.
Yeah.
I mean, that kick out from Saliba on Barry, I believe, that should have been a PK. Referee didn't call it.
Yeah, well, we have VAR. VAR, I'm not sure if even they reviewed it, but these things happen. When you're a big team, you get these types of calls against the lesser teams. It's not something new. Arsenal was supposed to win. They won. They got the 3 points. Sometimes that's what champions do. You don't have to have the best game. You just get your 3 points and you keep going and you keep building momentum.
Mm. But looking at the recent game from Arsenal, they've not been playing well.
Yeah,
They
well, when you're
really want
championship
games.
championship teams don't always play well. What happens is they get the results and they move on. And when they need to play well, that's when they pick it up. So it's not something new. These things happen every season. You'll have teams that are not in good playing well, but they're getting results. And that's really the sign of a champion, to be honest. When you're not playing well, you can get results. That means you know you're on the right track.
But against Wolves and Everton, he can put up
Yeah,
convincing performances. That's that's not
it's
championship
not.
behavior though.
Yeah, sometimes I think players will play to the level of the competition, which is not always good, but it does happen. Where better teams play to the level of the competitions and make games harder than it is, but then you'll see them play a better team and they'll rise up to that level. So it's something that always happens, throughout the seasons.
'Cause I feel like right now, if Arsenal and Man City play, City's gonna whoop that. Is gonna whoop them really bad.
Well, we won't find out for a while, so
Wow. Well. Now on Sunday there was only one game, and it was at Villa Park. Villa taking on Manchester United. Bruno got off injured, but Rodgers was the star of the game. How do you see this new rise of Villa from the bottom, literally bottom of the table, to like now trying to compete for the title?
and well, I don't think Villa is competing for the title.
I don't think so.
They competed from top four, and even top four, they might not make it, but obviously, they've been doing good since under over, and Rodgers has picked up his form. However, Watkins has dipped in form, but their midfield is very solid, and their
Mhm.
playing style very solid defensively. They're solid. So overall, as a team, they're doing good.
Because
But Manchester United is not the measurement of how good you are, to be honest, and especially with all the important missing players. Takes away from Man U at the moment.
yeah, but Villa has been on a 10-game winning streak, all competitions. 10
Yeah,
games.
so they're in good form. They started off bad. They picked up so the law of average, so they're getting back to where they're at, and I think they'll have struggles throughout the season, but obviously, Rodgers is becoming you can say a star. Tuchel obviously rates him too with England, so he's buzzing at the moment.
Yeah. I feel like, do you think getting them a new striker that can perform right now is going to make them tied to contenders? Because mind you,
They're not
if they
title
beat Chelsea,
contender.
if they beat Chelsea this weekend and Arsenal and City draw points, they're top.
I don't see them as a title contender.
Hmm. Okay. But let's talk Manchester United. What's wrong with them? How can they fix it? Because
Well, they need the players back, and then they need to get better players on defense, obviously. And I don't know about this new goalie either, to be honest.
they've won
He's not,
four
he's not making
and
he's not he's not making mistakes like, Onana, but then he's not doing anything so great, to be honest.
hmm. So what do you fix?
They have to stop leaking goals. It looks like they found an offense that works for them, but then everything is going through Bruno, and now Bruno's injured. And Buemo was doing good. Now he's gone. Ahmed was doing good. He's gone. Now you have people like Mason Mount, Sesko, and then even like when they had to bring people, they were bringing academy players, some guy named Fletcher and some other guy. I'm like, nah, man, that's not it.
Lecture, Lacey,
Yeah,
Zersky,
come on, man. I
Martina.
think Xerxes trying to leave, Mano's trying to leave. So they have problems.
Malacios on the bench.
I don't think that guy they'll ever let him play.
They have this guy called Mantaro. They have Fredrickson, and that's about it.
Yeah.
So you think how good can they be of the peaked? This is
They're
where
mid-table, like top six with all the players available.
top six.
Yeah, but the midfield is bad.
Yeah. So do you think they should get new more bodies in the January
They
transfer
just
window?
bought they just bought a whole new strike force.
Yeah, but now they need people from the back.
But you don't in general you're not gonna find the best players. So just wait till the summer.
Hmm. But they
You
need
might as well
money. They need European football money to go out and spend.
uh, they don't have the team right now. So
Because the thing is, with qualifying
the
for
nation
Champions League or
they're not qualifying. They're not qualifying for the Champions League. So I don't know where they're gonna be.
then that means there's no money.
Some money.
Wow, wow, wow. Well,
Who do you think you think they're gonna finish top four?
no, no. I mean, I think it's top five for Champions League now. So
Even five, they're not there. They're not there.
they might get
If
maybe Europa League or something. But
Conference League,
nah, 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 nah. They're not gonna like you.
Conference,
England's not gonna like you.
Conference League. That's it.
Nah. They might not even win that too, but let's see what they do in January. Hopefully, and Buemo and Diallo come back fit. Hopefully, no injuries for them while they're away with AFCON. But hopefully, they come back and they can help get the push into top four or top five. But Sesko, he's not doing anything. Cunha, barely doing anything. What's wrong with them? Cunha was a good Premier League player, so he can give me his new to the team or new to
He
the
scored. He scored in the past 2 games, so he's picking up. Sesko's new, so it takes time.
That's what you
Next year,
That's
next
what
year
you
you see
got.
the yeah. Next year you see Sesko next year.
Man, come on. All right, all right, all right. And then today we had West Ham, I mean, no, Fulham and Forest. Right. Fulham, they won, barely won 1-0. Kevin got them a PK, which was, I think it was very soft, but, you know, how did you see the game?
It was an alright game to be honest. Even the PK, the Kevin guy, he got the PK by accident because he had so many bad touches
Yeah,
and he had to like stretch, and then it's just like
yeah.
bad. And then Kevin guy, he had so many good opportunities, but the IQ's not there. It's not the IQ's not there. He could have made a pass for an assist. They gave him a nice run in. He had like bad touches. It was just like honestly one of the just watching him is like watching Dogu make decisions. He could pass, then he doesn't pass. He take bad touches.
Man,
He didn't even look comfortable. He was just like you can tell he's not at the level he needs to be, and they're trying to force him to get there. But he won a PK. His team won because Forest, they have Jesus, another Jesus. And then Odoi, I don't know why you think he can come to Ghana. Ghana can't even play for Ghana. Playing like that for Forest and
he can
Hutchinson,
help
they
them
don't
though.
do what?
Come over the
Who's
bench.
he, who's he gonna replace?
Come
He's
over
not
the
even
bench.
better than he's not better than Kudus, he's not better than Semenyo,
He's not gonna
and he
start. He's not gonna start.
can't even start. Then why you come in?
Give them an option. Go to the World Cup.
Nah, you have to be a starter if you wanna come. If you don't contribute and you wanna come, you have to be a star. He's not a star.
How old is he? Hold on. Let me see how old he is.
It doesn't matter how old he
Is
is.
let me see. Hold on, he's 25. His next World Cup he's gonna be 29.
Next World Cup. He needs to go to AFCON before he can even come to World Cup. That's
So
what
yeah, that's what I'm about to build on.
they need to put him on some friendly games to see how he does after the World Cup, not before the World Cup. After the World Cup, if you want to play, we'll put you on friendly game against Kenya in Kenya, and then
Yeah.
come show us your skills.
But I feel like those boys, him and Nketiah and all the other ones that want to switch, they need to realize that
The
England
issue is
happen.
no, the issue is they're not good enough. If you want to switch, you have to be a star player. Can't be just a regular player.
But
They're regular.
yes, they're regular, right? But Jordan needs to retire. That's one. And Semenyo
So,
and Kudus need backup. So,
nah, not from Odoi. They need a striker, not a winger.
or, or
Already, if you come, you're not gonna start. So don't even come.
man, I feel like that's harsh. I feel like they can use them. They can use Odoi as a backup to maybe Semenyo or Kudus and Ketia kind of the same backup, maybe to Jordan.
We have Suleiman, some money.
Yeah. What happened to him?
Yeah, at least he's a loyal guy.
Come on. No,
He's loyal,
no. I feel like they need to switch and then stick to it because England is not gonna happen.
bro. By the next World Cup, by the next World Cup, there'll be new boys coming through. So Maybe by the next World Cup, he'll be 29, and there'll be new boys at 21, 22, ready to go.
So they're gonna have a career without playing for national team in the competitive
Uh,
tournament.
they played in the U21 or they won U19 or something World Cup, so they'll be all right.
Wow. Well. Now let's talk Madrid. Madrid, they
But
just shipped out uh
Hendrick,
Drake. Yes,
yeah,
shipped him to Leon on loan.
mhm, yes,
Uh think that's a good move for Madrid.
yeah, yeah. He has to play. I think he's guaranteed to play like 25 games, so he needs to play. He needs to get experience in Europe. The coach doesn't really rate him. Um, so obviously he just needs to go out there and play and prove himself, which is good. He's only eight. He's not even 18 or 19, so
Yeah, I think it's like
he's mad young. He could be on loan for 3 years. He'll be 21 when he comes back. He'll be all right. The same thing we did with Nico Paz. Nico
yeah,
Paz is now ready to come back to Madrid and he's a star in Italy. No,
true.
and he's like 21, 22. So these boys, mad young. They have years. Not everybody's gonna have the same path like Mbappe or even Vinny and Rodrigo and them. Sometimes you need to go. And
I mean,
so
even Vinny took him some time to
yeah,
adjust.
yeah, definitely.
They
Yeah,
went from don't pass him the ball to now he's the man. So uh
yeah.
yeah. But I feel like Alonso, is he gonna stay? Is he gonna make it to the end of the season?
We'll find out.
Every other game,
There's
it's like it's shit.
listen, man, they're still in every competition. So until Madrid usually you have to be really bad or you don't win any trophies, then they sack you. So he's still second. They're still in every competition. So I mean they'll keep him.
Hmm. Okay. And then Lamine and Rafinha, they they kind of stepping up, giving you guys some issues right now. And they still have the high line, but they're winning games. Not keeping clean
Yeah, but
sheets, but they're winning games.
yeah, but even the last game they should have lost. It's just the quality. Some of these teams are just bad.
Yeah.
They're not able to finish, and Barca and Madrid, they're able to, Mbappe, Lamine, these players, they finish. So that's the main thing with La Liga teams. They can create, but the finishing suspect. So, but Barca is a joy to watch. If
Yeah.
you're a fan, it's kind of a heart attack because of the defense and how they defend, but it works. It works. It works. It works.
Uh, I mean,
It
yeah,
works.
yeah, Juan
It works.
Castillo.
It works against the lesser teams.
Yeah.
Once you start to get into Champions League with Bayern and even Inter and these teams, that's when it becomes an issue.
So how far do you think they can get in the Champions League?
It's all about matchups, man. So it depends on who you match up against. They're one of the favorites, but maybe quarterfinals, semifinals. That's about it. I don't see them winning the whole thing.
Gotcha. Well, guys, that's all we have for you guys today. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And I hope we see you guys next time. Peace.